My name is Liam MacArthur, and I am an 18-year-old fresh out of school, but a passionate actor.
I'm Sebastian Anderson. I pretend to be an actor.
At the beginning, when it was really hectic, I was laid off work for a little while, so I had all this time on my hands. So what I thought I'd look for like just small acting jobs here, since acting is a big passion of mine, obviously.
So this is kind of a midlife crisis for me, but I can't afford the Ferrari. So what do? I get a subscription to Backstage and start doing auditions.
I found there were a lot of online stuff now, self-recordings and self-testing, so I kept myself busy, really.
Find local local gigs and stuff, and I apply for them, and I go audition, and then it's a train wreck, and I get all nervous.
Building Lego or something on those lines, pulling out old toys and trying to entertain myself with all this free time.
Show up what I think is prepared, and then I show up and I'm ill prepared, but people seem to get a kick out of it.
Before acting, I was a very self-conscious small child, and in around when I was 11, I think in year 6 school, we were forced to do this class play, Warts, and I was cast as the Italian miner. A very small role.
Before lockdown happened, I got connected with some individuals who were running a podcast, and it's a parody news show based off of the superhero world. So we take any and all superhero worlds and we mash them up together and we make a fake news broadcast, and it's just like a satire comedy news show.
Me being all, scared and a little self-conscious, I was a little iffy to begin with because I was very quiet back then. I think I just kind of looked at Mario and then just did my own Italian voice where I was like, I give you a special at $2,000. And everyone just loved it.
Getting together in our studio down here in Salt Lake City, and we would put together a little show, and then all of a sudden Corona, or you want to call it, hit. We would all sit down on these Zoom meetings, and we'd pretty much do the show remote, just keep our creative juices flowing that way.
And people were saying, oh, you were the highlight of the year 6 play. Absolutely loved you. And yeah, it just made me feel really good to make people laugh like that, and to like also enjoy doing it.
Is podcast something that you're interested in? Is that where you're sort of taking yourself?
I didn't even really know it was a thing until I met these people down in Salt Lake. They have a couple of different shows, and they were starting this one, and I found this posting on Backstage, and I was like, okay, well, I'll go see what it's about. It's just a bunch of comedians in a room sitting around trying to make each other laugh, really.
Ever since pretty much year 6, when I was 11, I just had a fondness for it and a passion, and kept expanding on it to see where it would take me.
I just provide a couple of voices and sit back and enjoy the ride. Yeah, I just sit there and say words.
Even if you're not into the arts, it can really help with even public speaking, because a lot of people still struggle with just public speaking in general, and I think a gateway like acting and the arts can really help bring people out, because a lot of people are self-conscious about what they say, and more importantly, lack the confidence to say anything or to properly express what they want.
I think in this time of craziness and seriousness, I think we need an outlet. I mean, there's a whole lot of serious going on, and if we can't laugh about ourselves, then it's even more serious than you thought.
Nothing builds more character than the arts, because it isn't like maths and it isn't like science. You get to express yourself in your own way. That's the beauty of it. You get to interpret a song however you want. You get to look at a script and to perform it how you believe it should be performed, or how the director directs you to, but to put your own spin on it, I suppose, and to think that your own perspective is valid to be heard.
My wife asked, well, why are you doing this? I've only been doing this for less than a year now. I just got going at it thinking, the kids are about grown. It's time for a second career. What are we gonna do? I'm gonna go into acting. Yeah, let's do that. And my wife's like, what are you thinking? I'm like, it's just fun.
Yeah, just that I need to get out there and I need to express myself and make people laugh and for people to see me, I guess, see me out there and having fun.
One of the funnest things that I do miss about before the pandemic was going to auditions and meeting people and interacting with people like we are now. There's just something. The backstage has these self tapes and you can audition, but it's hard to there's something about acting and being able to react with someone in the room that just takes it to another level.
A bit of escapism for people so that they don't have to, it doesn't always have to be doom and gloom in the world. You can always have a little bit of a laugh here.
And that's one of the things I miss, being able to go to auditions and meet new people and interact with interesting, creative type people in new ways.
Becoming the big famous actor is obviously a lovely goal to set. However, I'm just happy to, at the moment, do small acting jobs here, kind of boost my resume up and build upon it. Maybe go into an acting education of some sort, like a uni or something. I'm not too sure at the moment.
You have to keep working on it. I take advantage of every self-tape I can get because it gives me an opportunity to try something new, read some new lines, memorize some new lines.
It's all about the attitude in the end. Attitude to keep going and to keep enjoying what you're doing, to not let the passion die out. Otherwise, what's the point?
Creative types are always coming up with new ways to get around the present situation.
Seb, it's been absolutely fantastic talking to you today. Some beautiful insight, and good luck with everything. Good luck with the career, and hopefully we can get out of this pandemic very soon, and you can get back out there auditioning.
Good fun. We enjoy the train wreck. We call it date night. My wife comes out. She's my entourage. She sits in the waiting room. I go to read the lines, and then we go out and get dinner. And so we have a date night, make a whole night of it. So it's good fun.
It's been wonderful talking to you. Thank you very much for coming on today.
Not a problem at all, Paul. Thank you so much for having me.
No, you've got to keep pushing forward there. If you just give up and quit, then you might as well not have a dream.